Chronically cooking. Sorry I look grungy. I'm in my pajamas. My hair is in pretty braid stuff. I'm kind of broken out, if you can tell. It's one of the things about polycystic ovarian syndrome. It just makes you break out. You look like a teenager even though you're 24 years old. So that's fun. But here's the tea. There is this hashtag going around called hashtag Patientsarenotfaking. And apparently this nurse, she should be fired. I'll post the original video in the links below. But she's pretty much making fun of patients, which is not okay. And so it's going around Twitter, and I wanted to share some of it with you. Some of the ones I kind of agree with. So this is by Talib Air. Y'all know what really gets me about the hashtag patients are not faking conversation. Doctors saying they have to assume some people are faking because of addicts, when A, addicts still deserve compassionate medical care, and B, the worst case scenario for not believing someone is death. And it's very true. You know, I know 4 people, I think, who were addicted to drugs. 2 of them have passed away. And that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's uncle, that's somebody's girlfriend, that's somebody's daughter. Everybody deserves medical care. And this is from Vinyl and Latex. Race and gender play huge roles in the way medical care is offered. Listen to patients, acknowledge their concerns, investigate when necessary, consider their rare diagnoses, and the expertise of different specialties. Nothing excuses poor clinical care. And that's true. For me, it took a while before I got my Ehlers-Danlos diagnosis. And I was sick for most of my life. When I was younger, it was mostly just GI stuff, and I had scoliosis, so I had back pain. My mom didn't even know what Ehlers-Danlos was. I mean, most doctors don't. And this is from Gymnastics Jim. I can't say these Twitter names. Oh, why can't people have easier usernames? This is the crucial part of patients are not faking. Just because we leave and you don't see us again doesn't mean we're faking. We're moving on from your dismissive ass to an HCP healthcare provider who listens and explores our symptoms. And then there's a second link, second tweet, which is from Venus B. For one thing, that tells me that a lot of practitioners are suffering from some serious confirmation bias, especially because there is no feedback loop to tell all of those dismissive practitioners that they are wrong. And they are wrong. Everybody deserves to be cared for. This is from AAA. I'm so glad patients are not faking is trending. Like, sis, I'm not paying these exorbitant hospital consultation bills just to test out my acting skills on you. In what world our medical care is expensive as fuck does someone come to a med facility to fake it? To go to the doctors. It's expensive to have a chronic illness. Literally, my week, I have cardio rehab 3 days out of the week. I have therapy 1 day out of the week. I do infusions 2 days out of the week. And then I go to my specialists. I don't have time for that. I wish I was healthy. This is from Sia Fergus. To all the doctors and nurses who are defending the video by saying they made fun of patients to unwind, have you tried medicating instead? Exercising, yoga, drinking more water. Sincerely, everyone who's ever been prescribed medication for pain. There are so many people who give you these funny solutions. One of my friends posted a video who is blind. And she said that people tell her she should eat carrots because that's going to fix your vision. And for me, people tell me, you know, turmeric really helps. That's not going to fix my body. And even if it helps, it's temporary. This is from Fake Ariel Jane. When I was calm about my pain with doctors, I was told it couldn't be that bad since I wasn't screaming in pain. When I was screaming in pain, I was told I was exaggerating and creating my own problems by being hysterical. Patients are not faking. You're just careless and cruel. So, I'm one of those people who will go to the doctor and be like, oh, what's your pain on 1 to 10? And I'm like, I don't know, a 4? I'm so used to being in chronic pain, it doesn't really bother me that much. This one is from Poofy One. Wakanda Skies suggest another option for women and people of color at the hospital. Bring a white man. Basically, if your doctor is ignoring you, just bring a white man to repeat everything you're saying. So true. I think sometimes with my age, people assume I'm a child, even though I'm 24 years old. And instead of talking to me, the adult, they will talk directly to him. For me sitting there. So that's fun. This is from Sarah Chan 1689. I'm a writer. If I make a mistake, I can go back and fix it. That's why pencils have erasers. If you're a doctor or nurse and you make a mistake, people die. There's no eraser for that. Take your goddamn job seriously. And honestly, to it. You don't want somebody to die because of your malpractice. Sophie Girl. Just because you can't find the problem doesn't mean the problem doesn't exist. How many illnesses are still being discovered to this day? How many have we yet to discover? And this is true. I have hypermobile EDS, and they still don't have the gene for it. They're still exploring to try to find that gene marker. I mean, yes, there's clinical diagnosis, but there's no that official gene. And having a diagnosis like this, you really want that gene to be found, because then you have solid blood proof that this is something you have, and people can't deny that. So, my doctors, I'm going to be honest and say I'm really lucky. My healthcare providers are really good. But I do have some examples of not so good. So, for once, one of my patients are not faking stories, I guess. I don't know, it's about like 3 a.m. and I woke up with a lot of abdominal pain. And so I went to the ER. The ER did some blood work. They told me, oh, you have a history of kidney stones. It's probably just that. Go home. Okay, so I went to gynecology the next day because I had a yearly appointment. And he goes, Haley, you're really jaundiced. Your eyes are yellow. And I'm like, I mean, I've had some abdominal pain. And he goes, well, you need to get your liver and your gallbladder checked out. So I originally called my GI doctor, and they were like, Haley, you had a HIDA scan last year just around this time. Your gallbladder's fine. Don't worry about it. So I called my primary care doctor and went in, and she felt around. It's the best way I can explain it. You know, like all over my stomach. And I had pain in a specific area near my upper like right side, I want to say. And so she was like, I'm going to order an ultrasound. I go in for that ultrasound, and my gallbladder was fucked. She called me and told me to see a general surgeon as soon as possible. She gave me a referral. I called them, made my appointment. It was later that week. And basically, I ended up having to get emergency gallbladder removal. Not for that primary care doctor, and I guess my gynecologist, you know, I would have just kept going in pain, and gallbladder pain is really weird. Kind of just feels like you're getting kicked in the stomach repeatedly, I think, if that makes sense to anyone. Alright, thanks. Subscribe.